Hello and welcome, Capricorn, to your monthly tarot and astrology reading for April 2023. My name is Jeff. I'm an astrologer and intuitive reader here with you at Raise Your Vibration TV. This is a general reading for your sun, moon, or rising sign. It may resonate with you or not. It's not a problem. Take what you need and leave the rest. I'd like to thank you all for your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. And if you haven't yet, please do. Hit that subscribe button and support us here at Raise Your Vibration TV. All right, Capricorn, let's begin. First off, I pulled a card from two decks. One from Oracle Energy and Spirit deck, and the other from a Archangel Michael deck. And we'll reveal those messages at the end of the reading, and those usually recap what we were just talking about. Gives us a little bit of extra guidance, so stick around for that. Excuse me. Now let's go ahead and call up the astrology for April. Okay, so right out of the gate, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, moving into the sign of Taurus. So we're going to have to be more grounded and realistic with our communications, and to be honest and not be too rigid in the way that we talk and express ourselves, and also the way we think. So this is almost like a suit of swords energy, where we need to be more grounded, more realistic on what we're talking about with other people, and be clear when we're talking to other people. So let's pull some cards to see how this will go. 3 cards, please, for Capricorn. 1 more, please. Boom, there it is. Thank you. All right, so the first they wanted to show us is, let's make it a priority this month to go for the higher hanging fruit, not for the low hanging stuff, not the stuff that's easy, not the stuff that you're used to doing. That doesn't challenge you, and it always leaves you flat. What you have to do in this present moment is claim victory to what you want. You have to act like you already have it. It's time for you to step up to the stage. But there's a word of caution here. I mean, these are all good cards right out of the gate, but this one right here is showing use your wisdom to go for the higher vibed things. Don't let low vibe things disguise themselves as high vibe things, because you've got no room for this. You've been on a trajectory for success, and it's starting to show, and you need to be committed to it. And I'll tell you why. In 3 more days, on the 6th of April, we have the full moon in your 10th house. So this is all about being out in the public, being who you are, and having faith in the process. So we may be struggling with money, maybe not. I got a feeling it's not going to be for long, especially with that full moon in the 10th. You may be a little bit busy. So again, be kind of flexible with your plans. You know what I mean? With the full moon, how it's illuminating things in your 10th house, is it time for you to claim what's yours and have faith that the universe has your back? You know, as long as we're not going for that low vibe stuff, you know, it's always going to try to pull you back in. Yeah, use your intuition. This is really connecting to higher vibes. This is what this is all about. And then the 10 of Pentacles is a payoff. So this may be a new beginning for some Capricorns. They may be finally finding the job that they want, the career that they want, getting one step closer. This month can bring you to that. Excuse me. All right, so I'm having problems with my throat. And when that happens, there's something that you need to say. There are things that you need to get off your chest. Again, with the whole Mercury and Taurus thing, yeah, it seems like you're kind of lost for words. You need to find the words, be grounded, that kind of thing, okay? Now my throat's a little better. See, it's just like that. I had to get the message out and let you know. You got something to say, you better say it. But you better do it in a loving and kind way that is practical and makes sense and isn't involved with ego and stubbornness. Because this energy is great, but it could also be volatile at the same time. All right, 7, 8. So this is a good representation. Keep yourself protected. Don't let the low vibers, you see them down there trying to poke at your bubble, don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Things are going to be changing fast. There's going to be some traveling involved also. So with the world card, it's always travel, but it's always completing a cycle too. So you may be well into the beginning of April knowing that you're completing some cycles and moving on. As long as your head is in the right space. Now, April 11th, Venus, the planet of love, moves into Gemini. And when that happens, it's all of a sudden becomes very flirtatious energy. It's a sexy energy, I would say. So, watch yourself. Ooh, whoa. All right. We got them all? Yep. Okay. All right. See, but now they're showing this. All right. There seems to be some worry and heartache concerned about maybe family. This usually indicates family. Also working on a project together, group projects, that kind of thing. There seems to be some worry about this. Now, we've got all this good energy saying, okay, look, we've got this. Look at, just focus on the positive. And then all of a sudden, we're right here in this negative energy. Why is this here? You know what I mean? And I think around the 18th, when the moon squares Mars, it's do or die. You have to get this out. I mean, worrying is not going to do you any good in this situation with this group. And with this heartache here, could it be that maybe the reason why there may be some problems here is because it's almost like it's a reflection. The group is a reflection of the individual and what am I going through? And I think that, if maybe you need help and you need to reach out to the people that mean the most to you, I would almost say it's almost like suffering in silence. See, the energy gets really good and then it starts to get a little volatile. The thing is, though, is that you can rise above it. That was the whole message in the first card, is rise above it. Don't fall for this low-level bullshit. It's time to walk away from some things. It's also time to just make some plans. Again, this is travel. And it also shows, really speaking your truth into existence and making things happen. Because around the 18th with that moon square Mars, it's volatile energy. So you want to be careful about how you're going to express your emotions. You need to emotionally detach from a situation because you're expecting it to go your way. And Capricorn, you can do that. You can be very stubborn. It's the goat. Get out of my way. Run you right down. And sometimes that's not the way to do it. That is only done in defense. So remember that. Any of these actions that are low vibe are triggering you to be defensive. So it's time to walk away from those energies that do not serve the group. In fact, it makes the group feel the energy that you're feeling. So you got to be aware of that. There could be some projection issues. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's time for it to go because you are too busy and too locked in to let this shit pull you back in. And it's not going to. I see you being very aware of the situation and you've probably planned for this. So on April 20th, we're going to have a solar eclipse, new moon. And that's going to be taking place in your fourth house. So this makes sense now with the group. So there may be some issues around the home around 420 that you want to take care of. Maybe this pain that's feeling, maybe you're like, all the puzzle pieces are in place except for this one. Well, instead of complaining about it and saying, well, this piece doesn't work, start to make it work. Do the work that needs to be acquired of you. Usually when, anything happens in the fourth house, it could be moving, it could be a new way that you're looking at your home, it may be redecorating, but the underlying thing here is get your house in order. That's when anytime a luminary comes into the fourth house. That's why we have the 4th and the 10th being highlighted because they're opposite each other. Where are you going to find the balance between home and work and all the things that you're planning on doing? You got to be a little bit more grounded, one step at a time. There's nothing worse than overreaching and getting your hand slapped because you'll never reach again. Remember that. It'll scare the shit out of you. And then what does it do? Put you right back into that low vibe cycle, and you are not going there. And another thing is that you got to get whatever you need to say off your chest, because Mercury is going to be going retrograde in Taurus, one of your earth signs. And Mercury is going to be retrograde in all the earth signs, I think, for this cycle of the year. So it's going to test your stability and your security. Words may trigger you to feel like that made me insecure, so you get defensive. And with this month, it says there's too much stuff going on that's good vibe energy. That doesn't mean you don't deny it. You need to take care of it, like this responsible higher vibe person does. A higher vibe person just doesn't cast things aside and, oh, that'll be a future problem for Mr. or Mrs. Capricorn. No, the time is now to do this because the energy is propelling you forward. You can't go back. Stop trying to, because there's a part of you that does. Now, there's a message coming through, some good news coming through that'll make you feel a little bit more grounded, maybe around the full moon. Again, you create the reality you are in. So where are your thoughts going? Where are they leading you? That's the main thing right there. Oh, that candle's out for good. Okay, no problem. We still got the energy. We got our orgonite here. I make this orgonite, by the way. Yes, I make orgonite. I love it. All right, so there's a message coming through, probably around the full moon, is going to make you feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more nurturing. Again, these issues at home need to be taken care of, so please get them taken care of. Don't ignore bills. Don't do anything like that. Remember, you're working on a different frequency here, and people on that frequency don't do that. They take care of issues, you know what I mean, instead of resent them and avoid them. So, like I said, this month can be a roller coaster, but it's all in perspective. How are you going to handle it? I would make this energy work for you. You don't force it, you flow with it, okay? Let's pull some oracle cards, because I always like to end on a good note like that. And being the creator of your reality, a creator of the reality does not avoid things. They create them to the highest and the best for themselves and others. That's it. That's it. 3 cards, please, for Capricorn. So it's pretty good energy. Don't let that low vibe stuff sink you. You know what I mean? You're going to have a lot of movements and choices to make. Decisions. You got to make them. Okay? Put as much light as you can into this month. Focus on the light, the higher vibed energy, love, healing, peace, joy, compassion, all of that. Yes, there is a situation here. Thank you, guys, for bringing that up. There is a situation here that you have too much emotion involved in this. You need to withdraw from that emotionally. You need to handle it without having your emotions so steeped in it. Okay? Now let's move on to another archangel. No, I guess this is an angel deck. I forgot what it was called. But it's beautiful. I love using it. All right. Let's get 3 cards for Capricorn. This is good energy. Just, you got some issues to take care of. Don't avoid them. Go for it. Take care of them so you can move faster forward. Who the hell wants to, if you're on a good ride, why complain about it? Why let other things get you down? Yeah, look, the Magician again. This is your time to manifest. Feel empowered and be empowered. And there's also preparedness here, too. See, it's using knowledge, it's being objective, and it's being respected. Now, respected isn't demanded, it's earned. So your behavior brings either respect or disrespect. It's time to focus on your talent and recognition. Again, collaboration with other people. So work with them. You're being guided to do this. And the Lover's card. So there's relationships, emotions, and choices. This may be an emotional time for you in the middle of the month, especially around the solar eclipse. So withdraw from those emotions and handle this like a high vibe person would. I keep saying that, high vibe person, high vibe person. But all the readings that we've done, I think since December, have shown this progression, this letting things go, moving forward, letting things go, moving forward, and being rewarded for it. You're on that path. Keep it up. This is when you really need to knuckle down and double down on it. Okay, you can't get distracted. Look at that. Your focus this month is going to be on kinship, on community, your group, the people that you're with. They look like they're having a good time. Don't be one of those people that everybody's having a good time and everyone thinks you're having a good time and you're not. You're dwelling on something. You got issues going on. And last but not least, it's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. That's why the lunations are taking place in your 4th and your 10th house. 4th has to do with home, your security, how you feel. And the 10th is what you do for your living, how you project yourself to the public. If those aren't balanced, both of those scales are going to tip, not the way you want them to. So you've got to really pay attention to what's being told here. You can work your ass off, but if you die at the end of it, there's no way to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So balance, balance, balance. You've got some things to work on here. There's a lot of focus on working with a group of people, family, whatever. So there's going to be a focus in that. And you have to be, well, in order to have kinship in community, everyone has to be on the same energetic level. And if there's one brooding because they're holding back problems or they're not dealing with things and they're not, reaching for help or anything like that, this is what happens. The imbalance takes place and it brings you right back to the beginning. Let's not do that. Let's keep especially because this solar eclipse is going to influence the next 6 months. So this is not like a new moon where it's just 30 days. This is 6 months, the rest of the year. How are you going to do that? You're going to create the reality you want without using low vibe techniques. That's the bottom line in this, Capricorn. It's not bad. It's a beautiful reading. I mean, everything's in place here. Focus on the things that matter to you and get rid of the bullshit and the worrying and the gossip and the competing. And I don't know. It just seems like a lot of he said, she said, whispering, that kind of thing. Let it go. Let it go. You're better than this. This group that you're working with, your family, all of that just needs to be surrounded with love. If you just give it love, you've got nothing to lose. And I'm going to leave you with that. I hope this resonated with you this month, and I will see you in May.